Hello, everybody. This is Andrew from Otaku Spirit. I'm just doing a quick feature on a product that I kind of have dear to my heart, and that is the visual novel for Wolf Children that I guess recently released here in America. Now, for those who don't know, quite a big fan of the Wolf Children movie itself from Mamoru Hosoda. Just really enjoy it. Very family-centric show or movie, and definitely recommend it to everybody to watch it. His work is just brilliant. He has a lot of family elements within his movies, so definitely really enjoyed it. But I went to Barnes & Noble here recently with my brother, and just happened around the corner and seen this on the shelf and immediately grabbed it. Didn't care what the price tag was in it. I just knew I was going to buy it. Fortunately, it turned out to be pretty cheap. I think it runs about $26 US. So definitely worth a buy, because this actually is a compilation of, I think, 3 total volumes. Originally released in Japan, they had it was separated into 3 different sections, and this is a compilation of all of it. It's published by Yen Press. You can go to the website. I think they do actually have it available there too for viewing as well. But enough of that. The book itself comes with a nice cover on it, kind of like a matte or a canvas type cover. Has on there, of course, Mamoru Hosoda is the actual original story creator. Who this is actually her first visual novel that she's ever done, so she was actually very happy to be able to be involved with this. And then the character designers, Yoshiyuki, Sadamoto. I was a little kind of upset that they didn't have anything underneath the actual paper cover. Let me show you this real quick. Has a nice little layout, very colorful, very beautiful artwork. I mean, I honestly think that Yu's actual artwork of this was actually a lot cuter of a style, whereas the show, whereas I liked it, a couple of the character arts I didn't really particularly 100% like, but they worked, and I enjoy them very much. But yeah, that's the cover. The inside portion of it has cute little illustrations here, and a quick little synopsis of the story. For those who don't know, the story is about Hana, who is a mother right here. She meets this man who is essentially he ends up revealing to her that he's a wolf man. And they fall in love, and they end up having 2 kids, Yuki and Ame. And shortly after that, they get separated from the father. She doesn't know exactly how to raise wolf children, so to speak. And since he's not there, she can't quite. She has to kind of figure things out on her own. She ends up having to move out of the town just to get to protect the children. And the story goes on from there. It's very slice of life with the element of their wolf children, which makes it very fun and entertaining. Here's the binding of it. Very beautiful, kind of a silver coating. What's into the book, of course, it's Japanese, so it's going to be backwards. Got some really beautiful illustrations in here. I just love the artwork they did for this. This is kind of a later part in the show, but it's not much of a spoiler to see it now. Kind of to get you started for what they have. Really nice, colorful illustrations. I'm not going to show everything in here. I did want to point out it does keep strictly to the movie, but there are a few points that it kind of adds to it. Like here, Hana is actually conversing with a lot of her classmates, which wasn't really in the movie. There's only little itty bitty things like that are kind of stray from the movie, but other than that, it keeps really close to the actual the original story. But what really makes this special, besides the fact that it's really beautiful artwork, I think she did a really great job in this. Really captured the characters while not deviating from the original feel of the show. But they had, in the original volumes, the original 3 volumes they did, they had little inserts. And in these inserts, they had little letters and stuff that Mamoru wrote about Yu's work. There's some bits in there of Yu that she would write, thanking people for reading her volumes. There's also some character sketches in here, so you can see original sketch work that they were doing. Very adorable. I love these characters. But just reading a lot of these little tidbits in here were just fascinating. This one was written by you. She says, I personally love and adore the work that Mamoru Hosoda-san. When the decision was made to serialize the comic version, I was very happy. It was like a dream. It was the first comic I had ever had serialized, and nothing went the way I expected. I struggled with a lot of things, but even so, I believe I was able to make it this far because I had so many people supporting me, including you readers. Thank you so much. I feel like I still have so much more to learn, but I'm working hard so that the wonder of the wolf children, Ame and Yuki, comes through in this manga, even if it's just the tiniest bit. I hope you'll continue reading. And she has in here, of course, thank you to Mameko-san, Habuki-san, Miki, I'm going to butcher these names, her editor. Here's to hoping we meet again. A cute little illustration of Ame and Yuki. It's just little things like that even though when I originally bought it, I was like, oh, okay, I love this series. I love this movie so much. And I want to support it. And when I seen it, I was like, okay, this is going to be an easy buy for me. The illustrations just look beautiful. I love her choice in art style. But it was when I started reading it, and of course I'm reading it like this because I don't like to break the binding. But when I was reading it, I'm like, there's all these little extra tidbits in here that are just these little letters that are just bringing it more feels to it. And they also have like these little neat little in between short stories, like on this one, Yuki is sick and they do something special for her. And again, more letters that you wrote to the people buying her serialized version of this. Just really, it's a treasure. And if you love Wolf Children as much as I do, I think this is definitely a must buy. I think it's at a good price, being as many volumes as it is, for that price. But just to get this reimagining of the story is just, I loved it, every bit of it. So I'm not going to show everything because, you know me, I don't want to sit here and show the entire story of it. But if you're definitely looking for this, I highly recommend it. It's a very beautiful rendition of it, and I hope that you'll enjoy it as much as I did. I thank you for checking us out. Again, you can find us at otakuspirit.com. You can go there for our news and reviews and coverage of new and old anime. And of course, subscribe and rate this video. Subscribe to us so that when we get more videos up, I try to get them up weekly. I got some new Nindroids coming up here soon that you can all see the unboxing for. And hopefully here soon I'll start doing some photo features of different figures. So thank you all for watching. Take care.